What is that? Oh, hey, Earthspark Season 2 is happening. Looks a little weird, but I'm sure it'll be... Is Starscream the main villain? That's a choice. But I'm sure it'll be just as good as the first season. I think I need glasses. This isn't a joke. Hold on, wait, check this out.
What do you call me, Twitch? My nickname.
Wheelie. Jackie.
That's a real clip. You can't disprove it. Have you seen the show? No, you haven't. It's on Paramount Plus. You can't. So the second and potentially last season of Transformers Earthspark was released a while ago. God, I am slow. And most fans have felt pretty conflicted about it. Some say it's just as good as the first season, and others don't. I am the others. I am the oxymoron, with the emphasis on the ox. Meow. While season 2 isn't horrible, it's very disappointing and kind of infuriating at some points, but we'll get to that later. And before any of you bitches go, oh, it's because of the woke characters. No! In my little ghost white eyes, Earthspark Season 1 is literally the best Transformers show ever. Because fuck Beast Wars, fuck Cyberverse, fuck Prime, Earthspark Season 1 is peak fiction. How do I get this ox head off? It's hard to breathe. Send help. Guys, I don't think you understand how much I love this show. The characters are the best they've ever been. The designs are so delicious, I could eat off of these. The animation is fluid and stunning, especially for a TV budget. Look at this shit. The morals are amazing and important for kids to learn at this time. And the representation, while being kind of blunt, I mean, this is a kid's show, is done shockingly well. I love Nightshade. They're adorable. Oh my god. Do not eat the Nightshade toy. God damn it. This show is so fucking good. It has bite. It has crunch. It has the sauce. The show is sick as fuck. I got the ox head off. That was a pretty long, lengthy, lavish list, right? I almost ran out of breath talking about why this show is so fucking good. And if you felt like I could have shortened that list or thought of more criticism for my writing besides just one thing, then you're right. I could have. I just didn't feel like it. And if that pisses you off, then congratulations. You now know what it's like watching Season 2 of Transformers Earthspark. Because holy shit, almost none of what I like about this show is in Season 2. Yeah, that shitty writing was a metaphor this whole time. No, it wasn't. I just suck at doing my job. How are you here? Season 2 has almost nothing that made Season 1 so good. Interesting morals? Nah, we got groundbreaking concepts like family comes first, don't be bad, power of friendship. Interesting and creative designs? Nah, we got Baja Blast Twitch, the I want a fat boy meme, and Aftermath. I hate him. Motherfucker's built like a deep breath. And the representation? The thing that gave the show all the attention from the idiots? Yeah, they backpedaled on that. Nightshade in this season feels like they've kind of gotten shafted. It's not like they're not there. They show up from time to time, but their role is significantly decreased. Now, part of that is because they focus on some of the other Terrans this season, but I think there might have been another reason. By the way, this is just a theory, so it might not be true. Alright, bye. Hasbro saw the attention the show was getting from people that suck and got scared and forced the showrunners to significantly decrease their role in the show, attributing the fact that they included a non-binary character to the failure of the show, when in reality, it was the other factors that killed the show, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. They basically sent Nightshade to the bench out of fear, which, real talk, as a non-binary myself, I kind of find this to be really fucked up. Yeah, this is how I'm coming out. Lamau. It's just another example of the rainbow economy. That's when companies pretend to support LGBT. You should know this. Read a fucking book. And this really sucks because apparently Hasbro was really eager to include an LGBT character in the show. And I'm gonna be really depressing for a second. In a world that is getting really bigoted towards people like me, it was nice to have at least a little representation in a show that I like. I felt seen. But I guess the joke's on me for feeling safe. God, that's kind of downer. I don't like the way the show looks.
Aw, I remember going out with you when we picked this one. Ooh, how about I help you pick the next one?
Okay, I have to talk about the elephant in the room. This show looks like sex. And sex is icky. This show does not look nearly as good as it did before. When you look at season 1, it's so smooth and nice. And even when they reached the second half and they were clearly saving for the season finale, it never lost that high quality premium feel. The animation became more stilted. Big whoop, the writing was still good. I mean, Beast Wars is my favorite animated series of all time. I can excuse this. But here's the kicker. Jones, Energon, Beast Wars started off looking like this and ended looking like this. Why are we holding on this? Earthspark started off looking like this and is gonna end looking like this.
I hope I never see another Goid again.
There's one behind you!
What? Where?
What the frick was that?
Dear God, that budget slash must have been insane. Everything just feels so stilted and lifeless now. They don't move like characters. They move like someone just discovering Blender for the first time. The lighting is also much worse now. The first season was really fucking good when it came to lighting. Look at this scene in the cave, and now look at this scene in a cave. The difference is night and day. Night and day, I sang it wrong. Fuck! Honestly, this makes sense. This season was handed off to a small, relatively inexperienced studio known as 88 Pictures. For context, they make those animated DreamWorks tie-in shows and Megamind vs. the Doom Syndicate. I'm not saying they can't do good shit. I've seen their work on Star Wars Visions, but they definitely weren't given the time or budget to do their best work. And that really shows in the final product. Like this scene in the first episode where Hashtag gets hit with Aftermath's hook. She screams in pain. There's even a slow-mo segment. But I don't know, man. She looks fine to me. Girl, you really need to grow up. It's not that serious. Or how about this scene where Optimus is glowing bright white? I mean, he must be. How is he not getting affected by the blaring alarm light? Or how about this scene where Hashtag looks like a fish? Again, I used it twice. It's really funny. This isn't just like a smear frame or anything. They hold on this, man. They want you to see this.
Fish orgy.
Or how about literally the entirety of episode 4? The Terrans are just walking around a carnival like it's nothing. Although, to be fair, if this and this and this happened, I think I would just accept that Transformers are here to stay. On the topic of episode 4, it's probably the worst episode of the entire season. The animation is garbo, the villain sucks, the environment is tiny, and it just feels like the final battle of Megamind vs. the Doom Syndicate. Ew. And its only redeeming factor is something we'll get to later. Stay tuned, bitch. The look of this show ain't great, but I can excuse that. Again, Beast Wars. Favorite animated show of all time, and its animation sucks, except it's actually not that bad, but you fuckers aren't ready for that discussion. But it ain't the animation or the new designs or the general nerf the show got that I hate most of all. All right, let's talk about Starscream. Let me at him, I'm gonna kill him, yeah. Yeah. Oh, it really fucking hurt. Starscream killed this season for me. Earthspark's Starscream was such a unique take on the character. They took the trope of Megatron beating the shit out of Starscream and completely flipped it on its head. And they made me go, oh, I never thought about it like that. Starscream's episode is probably my favorite out of the entire series. so tightly packed with character development, action, and legitimately good writing. And it was the first time since Armada that I felt genuinely sympathetic towards him. So imagine my disappointment when we found out that Starscream was going to be the main villain. I thought to myself, there had to be a reason why they were doing this, right? This is a pretty drastic change. And oh boy, was that monkey paw curling that day.
The Decepticons helped us for a minute since, you know, we freed them from ghost jail and saved their lives.
But our truce didn't last forever. Decepticons, remember? Decepticons? You get it.
Starscream is evil because he's a Decepticon. He's not being mind controlled by the Quintessons. He's not having a girl moment. He's just bad. Okay, cool. Alright, cool. Very cool. So all Decepticons are evil, right? Alright, cool. Why is Megatron still a good guy? He's a Decepticon. He didn't change sides. If evil isn't a choice, then why is Megatron still helping out his arch enemies? I thought all Decepticons were bad. This show is trying to say that all Decepticons were bad the whole time. Even though we know that's not true. Because Megatron is still a good guy. So when Robbie says Decepticon, remember? I didn't believe it. I thought that there was a better reason. But judging by the first 8 episodes, there isn't. That's it. Oh, the first season went out of its way to show that evil is a choice? Nah, that shit's too complex for kids. They need everything dumbed down to them like little babies. Here, let's make all the Decepticons bad guys. Never trust a Tejas Karen, kids. Also, why the fuck is Breakdown a villain? Skywarp and Nova Storm, I get, they're lunkheads. Skullcruncher is a violent animal. The Insecticons are Insecticons. Soundwave is mad at his ex, and Shockwave is mad at his sugar daddy. I get that. Why Breakdown? He is a good guy. He helps Bumblebee out, and he sacrifices himself to save Bumblebee. That is not bad guy activities. I wonder how Bumblebee feels about this shocking betrayal. Oh, they never talk about it for the entire 8 episodes? This one stupid change killed any chance at me liking this season. And unfortunately, this might be this show's last chance. Oh, we're here now. This show is a failure. Not this season specifically. The entire show is a massive failure. Not because it did anything wrong, not because it dared to feature someone who isn't cis, but because it succeeded and no one was there to see it. Paramount Plus is a shitty streaming service. There's barely any content, it runs like ass, it's overpriced, and it's where Earthspark calls home. It's a Nickelodeon show, meaning that it has to compete with The Sponge. And it would have had a fair chance if The Sponge didn't soak up all the airtime. Like a sponge. And the toy line shelf warms to this day. Go to the Transformers aisle of your Target or Walmart, because you're probably a filthy American, and you'll be greeted by dozens of Spin Changer Optimuses, Finger Puppets, and repainted Cyberverse Shockwaves. And while some characters manage to claw their way out with a deluxe, the ones people actually want, there's probably a 50% chance that it'll just be a repainted Cyberverse toy. They're not putting their best foot forward, and they're half-assing some of these characters' only toys. And they wonder why the show is failing. Well, no wonder it failed. You barely advertise or promote the damn thing. You barf it onto a streaming service literally no one wants, and you half-ass and rush the accompanying toy line, cramming in figures that no one wants and leaving many characters without a good toy. But no, it's the representation, nuance, and risk-taking. That's what killed your show. I wanted to love this season. I really did. But no matter how hard I tried, I just couldn't. It's just a complete downgrade in almost every single way. It has none of the nuance, none of the charm, none of the qualities that made Season 1 literally the best Transformer show ever. It's just a watered-down shell of what came before, and with the failure of Earthspark and a new show all but certain, it's sad to see this show not end with a bang, but with a sad whimper. I know it's not over, and I know it might eventually probably get good again, but I'm not really interested in sticking around. 3 out of 10, fuck this poopy show. It killed my dog, it shat on my grave, it sucks, I hate it, I hate it so... Is that Mirage? In Transformer show? I stand corrected. Yeah, I talk the talk, but you know, I'm still gonna be around to watch this show. And you know what? I'll do it legally this...
This is so fucking stupid.